showtime. Woo, woo. Woo, 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 woo. Silent and profiling. Woo, woo, it's live and in color. Woo!
Welcome to the Mafia Sports Report. I'm your host, Tommy, and that was miserable. Hold on real quick, guys. I am going to get my co-host, Mikey, in the room. Oh, man, you guys. Give me 1 second. Oh, actually, hold on. Hold on. Let's get Mikey in here, man, for you guys. All right. Well, you guys, that was bad. Let's get to some of your comments. Bills lose 21-19. There is Mikey here. Give me 1 second, guys. Mikey is in the building. Mikey, what's up? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I got you, buddy. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I'm going to get to some of these chats. Bahaha says Thomas, because Thomas, he's a Debbie Downer, and that's what it was. It's all right, Thomas. We'll be back. Troy will beat them. Game 2, hands down, short week. There was a lot of injuries. Let me just get to these comments real quick. Thomas missed field goal snap. Yeah, there was a lot going on in that game. We're going to get to blocked. Let's see here. Mike Farrar, good experience for our depth to get in early in the season, but they won't beat us in the Ralph in the snow. They couldn't. I don't think they would have beat us if we played our right game. We had even some. If we played our right game, regardless, even with the players out, beating them.
Too many mental mistakes.
Yeah,
you can't make those mental mistakes.
Yeah, my shift. So let's get to you first. Your thoughts, Mikey, on the game. I know you started with the mental mistakes, but go ahead, brother.
Yeah. Where do we start? Really, we dominated that game from beginning to end. Time of possession. Our offense was on the field for almost 40 minutes of that game. And we lost. You know, Josh missed the wide open McKenzie in the end zone. You know, stupid play calls down 4th and 1, and we don't QB sneak with a 6'5" and 250-pound quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
That makes zero sense. You know, I mean, we can go through it. Bass missing a field goal. End of half. You know, all we have to do is spike the freaking ball, and we throw. You know, Josh bobbles it and throws it out to Diggs, and we run out of time. You know, understand at the end of the game, you need to get down to get the field goal off. And McKenzie runs, 15 yards sideways.
Yeah,
takes the ball away from the middle of the field.
Why didn't McKenzie just get down there? He wasn't going to get to the sideline. If he would have just went down in the middle there, the refs would have had we would have had at least 2 seconds, or maybe even 3. We would have had enough time to spike the ball at that point.
So that's just the offense. Let's go to the defense side of the ball. 3rd and 22, and your safeties let Waddle go for a 50-yard bomb when you're up.
Yeah.
Inexcusable. I get it that Johnson's a 4-year player in this defense. There is zero reason for that. 3rd and 22. End of the day, the Bills shot themselves. The Dolphins play. You know what? Give them credit. They hung in there.
Yeah. Their defense actually. Yeah, their defense did better than I thought. Though I will say the Heat played a bigger part than I thought. Yep. It did.
Well, we lost our entire from our center right. Mm-hmm. We're playing with a bunch of backups. We're playing with our 3rd string center. We were missing 6 guys on defense.
Yeah. But I'm not gonna use the excuses on who we were missing and stuff like that. No, we had an opportunity. Yeah, we had an opportunity to win the game multiple times. Let's go back on the Matt Milano easy interception that he could have took to the house. That would have put us up. That would have put us up 24-14 at that point. Let's talk about the missed field goal by Tyler Bass. That was just a shank. Wasn't even tipped. I didn't even see it get tipped. I have no idea how he missed that. Because imagine if he makes that field goal, we probably still win the game. right? Like, it's just like you can't mental errors. Josh Allen throwing short to McKenzie on the 4th down. Come on, Josh, man. I thought the play calling was fine. I didn't like the back-to-back Moss runs early on.
Yeah.
But besides that, I thought the play calls were fine. I just thought like the heat was really getting to the players. Diggs just was not Diggs today. Dropped key passes. Gabe Davis dropped multiple passes today. Including a touchdown that might have been a touchdown.
I think it was a catch, but again, McDermott
either way,
challenge.
Yeah. And honestly, ultimately, at the end of the day, we didn't give up a lot of points. Our defense did fairly well, except for a few mental errors. Like, honestly, Tyreek Hill and Waddle didn't like kill. He had a big game, but he also had the 45-yard bomb, right?
Well,
Take that away.
That play, he had almost 100. He had like 80 yards on that play. On that
exactly. But take that huge pass away. I thought they played well enough to win the game. Like, we held them to 21. There's like, that's not a lot, and some of them are mental errors. But on offense, we were kicking ourselves in the foot every time, bro.
We got down there, first and goal twice and couldn't get an end zone. What were our keys to the game, Tommy, to start?
Yeah.
Red zone.
Yeah.
Right?
Red zone.
Like, our offense dominated that game from beginning to end. And ultimately ended up hurting us more than it hurt them.
Yeah, we
lost Bates,
again, man.
We lost
so
Brown.
Many guys went. Yeah, well, Brown went down heat exhaustion, so I think he'll be all right for next week.
Yeah.
Everybody else, it seemed like cramps. So once again,
Bates was a concussion.
Not Bates. I'm sorry. I meant Brown. I meant Brown. Spencer Brown went out with heat sickness or whatever. He'll be back next week. Bates, we'll see. You know how concussions work. I'm shocked they let Tua back in, by the way, but I don't know how he passed.
Thomas, relax, buddy. It's just one game.
Yeah,
we got 17 of them.
It's one game, and we should have won that game with a bunch of backups. No Mitch. Yeah. Like, honestly, when I gave my score prediction, I didn't know. Obviously, we didn't know Mitch Morse would miss the game. I didn't know Jordan Poyer would miss the game. Right? There were so many guys that were last-minute scratches that really affected this ball game. Like, honestly, especially on defense.
You gotta give them credit. You gotta give them credit. They get paid too.
Of course.
That defense,
they had guys down too.
Yep. That defense stepped up and played tough. And Josh had a McKenzie wide open in the end zone and underthrew him. We just constantly shot ourselves in the foot.
Hey, good game. This is probably, I think, a Dolphin fan.
Yeah.
Hey, great game.
Hey, great game.
Good. I am glad that you're in here. I told you. You know what's funny? You're in a Bills Mafia podcast, and I don't know if you Dolphin guys will do exactly what I do, which is come on after a loss and tell it the way it is. So no prop. If you're here to talk trash, that's all good, brother. But I'm just letting you know I'm already going to do that.
I mean, I'm already going to say trash after that game, though.
And I wouldn't either. Listen, even if we won that game, I would have still come on here regardless, win or lose. And I would have gave you guys just as much credit, but I also would have said what we did wrong in that game, which we do all the time. So, but hey, good game, regardless of the fact that there was injuries on both sides. So there's no excuse.
Got a good squad. Miami's got a good squad.
They do, but that was a very close game on the road with a lot of missing pieces. So hopefully when we see you guys again.
I don't play the missing pieces game.
No, I don't either. But when we see them again, I hope that everybody is healthy the next game. Your best against our best, because it was a lot. It was a lot out. And I got to say, Mikey, man, we in the offseason going into the regular season, I was like,
you, brother. And hey, good win.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, we'll see each other again. I'm not worried about it.
Of course we will. But like I said, going into the season, I said, man, we're going in healthy except for Trey. And boy, has it been bad so far as for injuries. Like, we just cannot, we're bad. We're having very bad luck. And it's been a while since we had this bad luck. Oh, we had that game multiple times. There's multiple times we could have, like I said, the Milano interception could have easily put it up 24. It would have been a totally different ball game. They would have been 10 points down at that point.
How often does Josh miss a wide open receiver in the end zone?
Josh made, I gotta say, he had a good game, but he made a lot of mental mistakes, man. The rip. Now I know apparently the guy grabbed his nutsack or something.
Yeah.
But you still got to keep your composure. 15 yards, you know what I'm saying? Like stuff like that. The short, missing Isaiah. Like, man, like he had some. Yeah, it does.
You know what? You know where that happens is we put so much pressure on Josh to do everything, to be the miracle man, because he does it most of the time. We needed guys to step up and help him, and they didn't.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, we needed, Davis dropping multiple passes. I mean, he made a great catch down the end. As great as McKenzie was, but the brain fart at the end. You can't do that.
I think Diggs is okay, by the way.
From the hash as he could.
I don't get that. What was he doing? Yeah. I mean, I understand his mental trying to get out of bounds, but he has to know the time at that time. Like he has to know when to play with. Like, bud, you just get down. Like there was
multiple brain farts on the Bills today that allowed the Dolphins to stay in it and then win it. And hey, gotta give him credit. They stuck around and won it.
I think he was just cramping up, to be honest with you. I think he'll be fine.
He took the big hit, but he came back in.
Yeah, I don't think it's anything that we worried about. I don't think Gabe was 100% either. I was telling Mikey during the game. He just did not look right. He just didn't. He looked a lot slower. He wasn't breaking off his man. He wasn't getting separation like you saw in like week 1, in the playoffs. Like he just looked a little bit slower, and he probably can't cut like he wants to because of the ankle, right?
And he shouldn't have played.
Yeah, but if he didn't play, imagine Krumro got hurt quick.
Yeah, but then Shakir's active if he doesn't play.
Yeah, but Shakir's not ready. Clearly, he's not ready. He's not ready, or he would have been in the game. And Crowder, they kept.
You have to make the play.
I know, Mikey, but Crowder kept trying to. I felt like he was trying to force it a few times. To Crowder too, very close to interceptions. Josh got lucky too on 3 times. I saw very bad, poorly thrown ball, poor decisions that the Dolphins should have had an interception, especially on the drive that we didn't get in.
Would do the same thing. It was that way all day long. Teron Johnson should have had a pick 6-2 on a bubble screen if he just pays attention to the ball.
Yeah.
At the end of the half.
I didn't see Dorsey freak out, but I listen. I still say Dorsey called a pretty good game. That was on the players. The execution was just
no.
I don't know. What do you mean? No. We had touchdowns. McKenzie's that was a touchdown.
Let's go back to the 2 goal to goes. And if you're gonna run, Josh, you run them on the power sweep. Stop with this fucking RPO.
Yeah, but we still had a touchdown even with that. So scratch that.
We shouldn't even got to 4th down.
I get it, but
it's 1st and goal from the 1. Run your quarterback, quarterback sneak.
We still have players got to execute. Gabe Davis had a touchdown drop.
What about the back-to-back run calls that
Yeah, I said that earlier.
You can't give
I
Dorsey
get that.
I get he's the U. I get it.
Wow. So you think Ken Dorsey called a bad game? Are you kidding me? Look at the yards, Mikey. What are you talking about?
You can't give him a pass as well. He had some bad.
I'm not giving him a pass. I thought he called a good game. I didn't say excellent. But I thought he called it. Look at the stats. You want to pull the stats up and see how we dominated on all compared?
I know. I came on.
Okay, so
from the start. We know where we didn't dominate in the red zone. Same.
So I will say
had with Daboll.
I will say this though, and I'm looking at the stats now. Josh Allen 42 of 63. Like that's way too many passes, bro. I get we can't run. Like, once again, I what is going on with that? Like, I thought we improved a little bit on offensive line.
Yes, Eric.
It is once again terrible.
Eric, this is a great call. Every team knows in the red zone we're going to do that stupid, RPO. Josh is going to keep.
Yeah, I don't like that either. I'll admit that. That's it. I rather just Josh pass it. By the way, Josh did pass it on one, and another one to Diggs. He was forcing it too. That should have been intercepted. So, I'm telling you, some of it was, you got to also blame a little bit of the players too.
Oh no, I'll blame the players all day long. I'm just not. Yeah. I'm just not giving.
I didn't say
Dorsey a pass either.
Yeah, but I still thought he played. I thought he called an overall pretty. He had some boneheaded, like we said, the Moss back-to-back.
Yeah.
Which what the hell
overall, did he have a decent game? Yes, he called a pretty good game.
I mean, team stats. I'm just curious. Let me see here. So team stats. So passing 382 to 171, rushing 115 to 41. I mean, we almost doubled them.
Yeah, but
time of possession, I think possession time.
50-yard run by Moss.
40 minutes possession time to 19 minutes. Bro, that's good. I'm telling you, we moved the ball well. We were moving the ball downfield. We just weren't executing in red zone. We had crucial mistakes. Once again, we still should have won the game at the end. That's on McKenzie. Right? You know what I mean? Like,
should have won the end a couple times.
Right. So it's just like this is a total
Captain
team
D,
loss.
what's going on, brother?
Hey, Captain D, NWO. Yeah, baby, NWO. Hey, Captain D, congratulations, bro. That's D. By the way, next weekend will be on his show on AFC Shakedown, and he's gonna have a fun blast. See, I will say this, V. Even though you haven't started the podcast yet, you see what me and Mikey do here? We're warriors. No matter what, win or lose, we will be here, and we will take it from Dolphin fans, who, by the way, a couple people already in here that were Dolphin fans, and we will say it how it is. And there's no excuses. We lost. It was a hell of a game, though. I will say it was a good game.
It was a great game.
It was two teams, really good teams, really. And I got to give credit.
It was strength versus strength, really.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, it was Bills offense versus Dolphins defense.
So Tua played well, but he didn't play great. He was 13 to 18, 186, one touchdown. We totally shut down Tyreek Hill. 2 catches, 33 yards. So you guys want to talk about 2 rookie corners coming in and doing their job?
Well, we lost Benford early, too.
And but Benford ended up coming back, I think.
No, he didn't.
No, I thought he did. I heard he did. Okay, so he didn't. So either way,
Ingram stepped in.
And he actually, and I thought Cam Lewis should have, but he played well.
Yeah, I don't know.
Except for that one quarter with Waddle, 4 catches, 102, with the long 46.
What's the point of keeping Lewis on the 53-man roster if you're not going to play him?
I don't know. But overall, like I said, if you look at the stats, we should have won the game. And we won time of possession. We had more passing yards. We had more rushing. We doubled everything. Everything almost was double. And we just didn't get the job done.
Defense isn't good. They held us out of the end zone. They did their job.
No, that's not true. I think Miami's defense
is really
good. They played very well today. I thought we were going to eat them up when they were, especially in that first drive when they kept blitzing. And I'm like, okay, Josh is just going to keep hitting the short routes. But eventually it caught up to us. Eventually, players got tired and players were dropping the ball, and it just wasn't working anymore. Josh was taking hits. There was some plays I thought Josh should have ran, like that pass to Stephon Diggs that was almost intercepted. I thought he had a lane there, man. I got to go back and look at the tape, but the play that he's tried to force it towards the end of the game, I thought he could have ran there.
He may have, but you have to remember he's probably gassed at that point.
No, I know that, but it was 5. It would have been a 5.
Our offensive line played like shit all day long.
It did, but we also had mix and match.
Yeah, our right side played like even when our starters were out there, minus Mitch Morris. You know, Brown
that killed me, man.
Brown and Bates were getting used over and over. It was bad.
Hey, Mance came in and I thought played well. By the way, I thought he was snapping the ball pretty well.
Thomas,
when Ryan
relax, buddy. What do you mean when it counts? It's game 3. It's only game 3.
I told you. I love Thomas because he's a regular, but he's a
passionate.
Hold on. I got something for this guy. Give me a minute. This is you, bro. I mean, constantly.
It's okay.
Even if we win, though, I will give Thomas credit. He's still a Debbie Downer.
He'll find a
That's
way.
just his mood.
It's all good, buddy.
Oh, jeez.
Listen, you can't even say this. Don't think Bass is the guy. Bass missed 1 kick. This is his first miss in 2 years. First miss. Guys are gonna make mistakes. It's gonna happen.
Oh God.
Oh wow.
I think Thomas is secretly not a Bills fan.
You know, Captain D's enjoying this very much. He's like, look at the Mafia meltdown. It's gonna happen.
No. See, V, you don't know Thomas. Thomas comes in the chat even if we win, and he's still shooting shade on the win. So, not really.
We could do better. He's a professional.
But I will say this to you, and you also never been in a Dolphins chat room when you guys lose.
Oh
so
man,
wait till you.
Man,
you know what I mean?
Like went out and they brought in Teddy. Most of the Dolphins fans, I watched TD's Fan Talks for a minute just to check in on how the Dolphins were doing. I do that with the Jets too. There's a Jets guy I pay attention to that I send stuff over to. So I do have certain ones I go out and watch. They were melting down. They wanted to put Milano in prison for the late hit.
It wasn't that bad. Like he pushed him, but it wasn't
just happened to hit his head.
Yeah, it was a bad fall. He didn't brace himself good enough, and he just hit his. But I didn't think it was like, oh my god, some malicious. You know what I mean?
This, DJ. Yeah, D Joseph 716. I like this. The loss is good for us for many reasons. It takes the pressures off of us now, and we're the underdogs again.
And we go to Baltimore, a much cooler place to play. Not 1,000-degree temperature
against the Patriots.
I think the Chiefs lost, from what I heard. Is that right? Let me go
they
through
were
some
losing
scores.
Last time I checked, but then I just got sucked into the Bills game. And
let me go through some scores here real quick, guys. Okay, so Miami, as you guys know, beat us 21-19.
Tommy,
what?
If you want to see the meltdown, go to Bleacher Report. They have Dorsey's meltdown on the a video.
Is it bad? Is he throwing? Is he throwing shit?
I don't know. I'll tell you in a second. I'll pull it up.
Hey, he's a former quarterback.
Yes, he pulled it off. Oh, epic meltdown.
That's fine.
Meltdown.
Hey, what did we say about Dorsey? And that's why he's not on the field. He's fiery. And
through his headset.
I want to see it. I gotta see it. Hold on.
You gotta see this.
Keep talking, Mikey. I'm gonna pull it up. You keep talking.
Epic meltdown.
You keep talking.
It's at the end of the day, we weren't gonna go undefeated, right? So things happen. We dominated the time of possession. We dominated the yards. We dominated everywhere except the scoreboard. So it happens.
Okay. I got it. Pull it up here, guys.
Hey, Tommy, can you go into the chat and boot this bot?
You have to go on YouTube and do it.
We need to find someone who's here all the time and become a moderator.
Yeah, somebody's ever interested in that. What is there's like a bot? You mean like porn bot or something? You have to go on YouTube and do it.
It's saying derogatory stuff.
Okay. Well, and it is what it is.
That's not how we roll here.
Yeah, nah, bruh. Not how we roll. All right, guys. I got that pulled up, man. Hold on. You talking about this?
Yes. Epic meltdown.
I love it. And he blocked the camera there at the end. Fuck that camera. Hey, good for him. I'm glad he's pissed. You guys wanna listen. You don't think Bills fans do that at home? Bills fans be throwing shit at their TVs, bro. Not just Bills fans. Let me take that back. NFL fans are a lot, including myself, are very passionate, and that happens. And can you imagine being involved in the game as an offense coordinator?
Oh no.
You know what I mean? You're gonna get passionate.
I just think it's funny.
Did you boot this person or whatever?
I can't get in.
No, you got to go on YouTube.
I'm on YouTube.
Okay. I got you. Who is it? I'll go. Is he still talking that trash? Let me see.
It's not trash. You go in and see it. You'll see it.
I got you. Give me a minute. What's the name on it, Mikey?
I'm not even going to say the name because it's not.
How can I find it?
Go in and look. You'll see it.
Oh, somebody says I blocked them already. It says Tony or Troy. You see?
Okay.
Thank you. I got to figure out a way to get like a monitor. There's a way to do it, like whatever they call that thing.
To give someone, become.
Yeah.
Good.
I don't even want to know what he said, but I'm sure it was retarded. But that's probably typical.
That's racist.
And that's what. Listen.
Very racist.
Oh, is it? Well, that. Hey, You see, that's the you know, there's going to be idiots, you know, from
it's
time
bots.
to time.
They're
Guys.
bots. They're bots that go in and just do stuff.
Oh,
like
okay.
that.
I've never had that. I'll be honest, I've never had that. So
yeah,
never had a bot come in and yeah. Listen, people are going. It's going to be a interesting week in national media. We will be talked about, I'm sure. But if you look at the game as a whole, we made mistakes, and we had an opportunity. We still had an opportunity to win the game. I think the mistakes at the end or throughout the whole game is what cost us the game. I'll be honest with you, and nothing to take away from the Dolphins. I'm not taking anything away from them. I thought they played a good game, but we kind of shot ourselves in the foot like plenty of times in that game. And who knows how the game goes if we don't do that? And I get there's mistakes in football games, but we made too many and crucial parts of the game. Way too many. They can't have that. And this is a lesson learned for the whole team. And I hope and trust me, they will, right? They'll go back. And by the way, I thought Leslie Frazier had a good defense. I thought except for the one drive, and it wasn't on him. That was more execution. I thought he called a good game too defensively. I thought he adjusted. I thought they did very good against the two best receivers in the game right now, or close top 10. And you know, it is what it is, man. What you doing, Mike? What you looking at? More is there Leslie Frazier also now throwing stuff? Is there a tape of Leslie Frazier throwing clipboards?
I'm just going in here and trying to
if Jordan Ford, yeah, bro. That also too, man. By the way, like, you know, they didn't do much rushing, guys. They had 46 yards. So I had somebody come and talk to me about they're going to gash us on the run, which it did not happen. They didn't gash us really anywhere. I just thought Miami had bigger plays when it was needed. And we, unfortunately, when the big plays were needed for us, it didn't happen. It didn't. Like, when we needed a touchdown, we couldn't get one. Does that sound about right to you? When we needed a field goal, we couldn't get one.
We couldn't get the big
play. You get what I mean?
Yeah.
We couldn't, right. When it was needed, we couldn't get the job done. When the Dolphins needed a 3rd and 22, they got it. When they needed a touchdown, they got it. But yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, you know, it is what it is. This is a long season. We go on to Baltimore. We need to listen. I will say this. We better hope we get our injuries, these guys getting healthy, because Brandon Beane's going to have to go start looking for some free agents out there. He's going to have to, because if this keeps up, we're not going to have anybody. Like, this is getting really bad, Mikey. Like, honestly, we are losing a lot of players, bro. Like, a lot. And you see guys today. Oh, by the way, me and Mikey talked about this. Mikey text me, pay Poyer. You guys understand now when Jordan Poyer and Micah Hyde is not in the game, one of the two or both.
That 3rd and 22 doesn't happen if Poyer's back there.
Correct. So you understand how important it is, like, when a player's not there, like, and you see, like, oh man. So you guys understand now. This is why I'm screaming. They need to get that extension done, because Poyer would never have left.
They're not going to, though.
I know you're saying that. I hope they do.
Here's the problem. Who are you willing to sacrifice?
I don't know.
To get Poyer, because money's coming thin, buddy. So
it is coming thin, but also so is our personnel. if we don't start getting some players in here,
I do like this. This is very positive. DJ 716 says it just didn't go our way. You know, we'll be better next week. Yep,
100% will be. Of course we will. But I am curious to see the injury report in the middle of the week. Honestly, guys, like, I'm very curious, because there were even Josh Allen. They were working on his hand at some point. Did you see that?
Yeah, after the McKenzie throw, they went to
the
sideline.
Yeah. So, I mean, guys, I'm telling you,
stuck right before that too on that 3rd.
Yes, yeah. So guys, I'm telling you, the injury report is going to be long. What?
Wow.
Oh, Cameron.
Wow. We're
Shit
gonna
team,
have,
huh?
We're gonna have a loss here and there. It's okay.
Yeah. Trash. Now, is he a Bills fan, or he's just like a Dolphin fan coming through?
I have no idea.
Okay. If you're a Bills fan, then man, I don't. You and Thomas need to hang out because you guys got to stop with the negativity, man. Like you guys got to.
You know what? They get paid on the other side too. The Dolphins have been putting together a fantastic young team. You know, at the end of the day, the Bills dominated everywhere except the scoreboard. You don't think McDermott's going to use this as fuel?
Yeah. Hey, Thomas, I'm just messing with you, man. But honestly, so seriously, you gotta.
Against the Bills because we couldn't score. That's why the Bills can't go 3-0.
I will say, I love you, but you got to think a little positive sometimes too, man. You got to take it is for what it is, and this isn't a playoff loss, right? Tomorrow isn't like me and Mikey. That's it. No more football, right? Like we're in the off season now. Like this is week 3. Like we have a lot of weeks to go. Trey will be back probably week 8. Like there's a lot going to happen as long we have, I will say losing Hyde for the season really sucks. Gregory Rousseau, by the way, did look very good today.
Yeah, he did.
Troy.
He looked real good.
He did. And Von Miller played very well too. He had that nice stop there in the end zone. On Tua, he had kind of got in his face there. Hey, Beth, how you doing?
It was a tough afternoon. I think you nailed it.
It was. I don't even think, bro. I'll be honest with you. Even some of the players that were out, like Dawson Knox, didn't look 100 today. He looked a little.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Gabe Davis, bro. Stephon Diggs. That last drive was not Stephon Diggs, bro. But he had to be out.
They were gassed. They played 40 minutes of that game.
So and not only think about it. Josh Allen threw for what I tell you, 63 times. That means they were running they were out there getting that's why we were straight up passing every time.
And we were limited at receiver because we lost Kumaro and
early
was down.
Yeah, early.
You know what, Eric? You can't listen to the talking heads. Every week it's overreaction. It's one game.
What is he saying?
We'll see where it all. He says they're claiming Miami's the number 1 team in the AFC.
Oh, stop.
Dude, they got dominated at every aspect of that game except the scoreboard.
Look at this. Yeah, look at the team. You guys, before whoever's saying that or thinking that or nationally, go look at the team stats in this game. Now, obviously, a win's a win, right? At the end of the day, W is a W, L is an L. But we beat them in every statistical category except when it really counted, which was, like I said, in the red zone. Touchdown to McKenzie. Low pass. Gabe Davis dropped the ball. I mean, it dropped it, but he should have still held on to it. At the end, McKenzie, what are you doing? Get down. You're right. We had an opportunity.
He ran it it was as far away from the hash as he could to where the ball had to come back to get snapped.
Right. What are you doing, bud? If it was 25 seconds, I get it. You know what I mean? No problem.
Seconds.
It would have been plenty of time though. 12. You knew 12. What are you doing? But this is a live and learn for him, and hopefully he does not make that mistake again.
5 points in the second half, by the way.
Huh?
We scored 5 points in the second half.
Yeah, that's really miserable, and yeah, that's just I don't know what to tell you on there. That's just it was bad. But how many times we were in the red zone? You know what I mean? How many opportunities did we have there?
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
I don't have those.
Well, at least I could count. I mean, I think there was at least 2 or 3. We missed the field goal, one of them, right?
We
missed the McKenzie.
We had turnover and downs. We missed a field goal. We made a field goal. So we went 2 for 5.
Let me see here.
2 for 5.
Let me check team stats here, guys. All right, so in the red zone today, we are 2 for 4. 2 for 4 in the red zone. Yeah.
Oh yeah, because if one of the field goals wasn't in the red zone. That's right.
Right. Still very unacceptable. Unacceptable when it counted. The Dolphins, 3 for 3. I mean, there it is right there.
Singletary had 9 carries for 13 yards.
Yeah,
but look at his pass game.
Look at his receiving.
Yeah.
He 87, I think.
Yeah, he was excellent in the pass game.
Yeah,
he had 9 catches, 78 yards, and a touchdown.
Yeah, he was our leading receiver. Our leading, let me repeat that again, guys. Leading receiver. I will give Zach Moss credit today. I thought Zach Moss, for the first time, he showed up to the party. I thought he had an excellent run to the outside. I thought that there was a third down play that he fought for that he should have been caught up in the backfield. I thought he hustled for the first down on that play. So Moss actually showed up today. I got to give Moss credit for today.
I love that comment. Or legit team they won against is Bills. No, the Ravens are legit. They had a meltdown in the fourth quarter, but they're legit.
I didn't look at the scores today. I'm sorry.
You know, if the stats say the Bills are a better team, to me that's called Miami having a horseshoe up their arse.
Okay, that's so funny. I just want to go through the scores real quick, Mikey. So
yeah, go ahead.
Bears beat Houston 23-20. Tennessee. Now, if you're still in this room, Thomas, I told you Tennessee would bounce back and score. And everyone's like, thinking their offense sucks. They winded up winning 24-22. Okay?
I think that's more about the Raiders not being good.
No, but don't matter. They still put up points, right? Yeah. They're not as bad as you think. They're not good, but they'd still put up points, and they won. So us holding them to 7 is a big difference than 24. The Colts beat the Chiefs. So we're in here talking. The Colts were 0-2. Everyone's down on the Colts. And look, the Chiefs lost. It's the same thing. You don't think Chiefs fans are in their own podcast right now saying the same thing? Some of you guys are saying it's over. How can we lose to the Colts? We only put up 17. Trust me, it works that way on everyone's. NFL fans, that's how a lot of y'all roll. And some of y'all don't. Some of y'all are positive. Yeah. Minnesota beat Detroit 28-24. Baltimore 37-26. Man. That game was close for a minute, by the way. Bengals finally got the first win, 27-12. I knew that was going to happen. Philly killed Washington 24-8. And Carolina beat the Saints 22-14. And you already know about the Browns game. But there were some upsets there. What do you think, Mike? You think the Colts beating the Chiefs, holding them to 17 is I mean, considering how the Colts have been playing.
We talked about this the other night, with Shaq Leonard and Buckner coming back. We asked, was the Colts defense going to show up?
Mm-hmm.
And they did. Having those two guys back helped. Losing two of your big stars changes your defense. As a Bills fan, we know that. Like we lost Trey White last year. At the end, that ended up killing us against the Chiefs.
Yeah, Jameis Winston, 1 touchdown, 2 interceptions. Typical 353. So, typical Winston. By the way, if you're a Saints fan, it's terrible. But yeah, I would say the Chiefs was the biggest surprise in us as far as losers for the weekend so far. Games that a lot of people had. Now, I will say this though: a lot of national media I saw were picking the Dolphins, so it wasn't like a total they're Bills 100%.
Aren't it's not like we came in here and lost to the Jaguars last year. The Dolphins are a good team. We both believe that they're going to be a playoff team.
I said they were going to be a 10-win team.
I know.
I called it. I said they're going to be a playoff team more than likely. If you win 10, you're in. But hey, we'll see you again. That's why we play 2 games in each division. And we were down this road last year. And I'll be honest with you, compared to last year to this year, it's night and day because this is early on. Yeah, I like this team better. It's just a lot of injuries early on. I'm not comfortable with that. I got to be honest with you. I really hope that gets better, for our players. It is what it is, but I really hope going forward we get our guys back.
Yes, Charlene. Yes, everyone knows the last 4 games are the ones that matter. Just relax.
100%. It's okay
to be upset. It's okay to be upset that the Bills didn't execute.
It's the last part of the season that matters. The last, I would say 5 games is really where it's at. And that's what we did last year. I think we wound up winning, 5 in a row last year? And we wound up taking the division when everyone thought we weren't going to win the division.
Everyone thought it was going to be the Patriots.
Right.
The Bills have fallen off.
I would settle down on this. Bro, guys, it was a super – not only that, if we're in this chat room right now, Mikey, hypothetically, and the Dolphins blew us out, blew us out. I would totally understand, but I would still say, hey, it's still early. But I would get the real frustration, this team's no, man, the Dolphins. Bro, they beat us by a couple points.
And we shot ourselves in the foot.
Yeah, so
over and over.
This wasn't a dominating win by the Dolphins.
Let me ask you a question. Are you concerned about the Bills' inability over the last year to win a close game?
No. I just
we haven't won a close game since 2020.
No, I don't, because I don't.
Okay.
Listen, I'll say it because only this year we haven't. This is our first one, right?
Yep.
And we were missing a ton of people. And I know we can say, oh, it's no excuse, but you kind of gotta throw that in there a little, that we were missing a lot of weapons, including
6 on the defense.
Yes. So I can't now. If we had our full team and it still winded up being like this, then I would kind of agree with you there and say, hey, I don't know what, we just can't do it. But that wasn't the case. And we'll see it. Like I said, my really hope is this team gets healthy for the second, moving forward, because we can't, it can't have this happen, Mike. You can't have all these guys out. And I want to say this, and I'll say it again. The OBJ thing towards the end of the season, if he gets healthy and he wants to come to Buffalo, 100%, I would pick him up if the price is right. You guys look at the game. You're telling me today, if let's say hypothetically OBJ was healthy, you're telling me we couldn't have needed OBJ? Of course. Yeah, so stop with that. Like, we don't need this guy. We gotta.
You know what,
guys? It's a long season. Things happen.
You know what we need to really, honestly, we need to look at is our like, all of a sudden we got really thin in the secondary. Really thin. Really
extremely thin.
And there's some good guys out there on the market. We might need to be making some phone calls.
We have to.
Benford, I don't believe, came back, and he had a hand injury. Who knows what happened there? Kyle Elam played a really good game today.
He did, yeah.
I
thought they all kind of, except for a couple dumb, like Jaquan Johnson making that huge mistake there at the end. Other than that, though, I didn't think the Dolphins were like
Benford made
killing us,
early.
bro.
Yeah, Benford made an early one where he squatted and he let the guy get in between the cover two, like he did against the Rams. He tends to take that, he bites on that.
But take away the Waddle 44-yard pass, right?
Let's just take it away.
I know you can't, Mikey, but I'm saying take it away real quick, hypothetically.
Okay.
The Dolphins, what they did last week, why throwing deep after deep after deep? Why, right, to Waddle, to Hill, right? They almost had 200 yards. We totally shut that part down, except for the 44-yard pass to Waddle. Other than that, I thought the corners and even the safeties played that very well today. They eliminated the deep ball, except for the one pass. That was it. Other than that, there was no big plays by Waddle or Hill. Matter of fact, I don't even think either one scored a touchdown, correct?
No.
Right.
No, it was two touchdowns by
one to the undrafted guy,
Edmonds,
I think, right?
And then a pass to the undrafted guy, which was actually a beautifully thrown ball by Tua. Because he put some. Anybody who says Tua doesn't have a strong arm, he put some mustard on that thing.
He did.
To get it fit in there.
He definitely did.
He has a strong enough arm to play in this league.
Yeah.
He may not have a howitzer, but he has a strong enough arm to play in this league.
Yep. So either way, like I said, though, I agree with you. Though we have to, Bean's going to have to figure something out and get some depth, because the depth we have, we're using. We don't have any more depth for the depth, so it's time to, what is this?
No excuses.
Hey, no one's making excuses, bro. We're just. You got to, and you got to talk about the game itself, because let's say hypothetically, I'm just saying, like, if you don't know if you're a Dolphin fan, but if Tua goes out and doesn't come back in, it's the same thing. Odell would have that's not, and it's not nonsense. Are you crazy? Okay, so he went to the Rams last year. He definitely helped them out.
Okay, Tommy, so you're not going to win that one. Just let that one go. Some people are set in their ways and they think they know what,
I'm just saying.
Wouldn't have helped. Okay.
It's impossible.
Would he have fixed the mental mistakes? Probably not. But
true. But
would he have helped? Absolutely.
When you're limited,
healthy receiver.
When you're limited and guys are going down with like Diggs and Gabe Davis and
we lost Kumaro early.
Who's not anything special, but he was a guy filling in. You know what I mean? He was still a target, But But like I said, we're not. This is not.
Who was quiet today that I didn't see? Crowder.
I told you that. I told you that earlier. And listen, I thought that Josh was trying to force it to Crowder at times, right, to get him involved. And it's a couple of those plays, I'm like, what? Like there was one almost intercepted. There was like 3 guys on Crowder.
Yeah,
like, I don't know why.
How many targets did he have? You know,
a few. Like I remember the one that stands out, which I don't know what he was doing there, but he does need to get more involved, though. I got to be honest with you. I keep saying it. I feel like unless he's just behind on the playbook. I don't know. I just kind of feel like they limit him.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on with that.
I don't know either. But either way, guys, we can't. I will say this though. Also, offensive line, man, has to play better, Mikey. My God, the run blocking is so bad. It's so bad. It is so bad, bro. Like it's shades of last year all over again. And I really thought with the addition of Saffold on that left side, I thought it would make a difference. And it's not. Like it's the same crap, man. It's the same crap. Getting bullied, defensive linemen in the backfield instantly. It's like unacceptable, man. Like I don't get it. And you cannot have Josh going out there throwing 63 times in 100 and something degree temp. Like it's unacceptable, man. You got to fix that. I don't know how it could be fixed I'm guessing let's start drafting some really good offensive linemen because clearly the ones that
see in this time we had a chance this year and we passed.
Yeah, you can't. You got to fix that up, bud. You have
Crowder
to.
Had 3 targets, 1 catch.
Yeah. You gotta.
It was bad.
You gotta fix it up.
The Bills took the L. Congratulations Miami for getting the W.
Yeah, 100%, man. It is what it is.
Next week, we'll have a 4-week rest. I think next week we go to Baltimore. We have Baltimore, Pittsburgh. We have Baltimore, Pittsburgh, Chiefs left before the bye, right?
It's Baltimore. We're on the road against Baltimore. We're at we're home. I mean, we're at Baltimore. We're home against Pittsburgh, and we're at KC. And I think then we got a bye week, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. Correct?
Yeah,
okay.
I think so.
Listen, next week is not going to be any easier.
Nope.
Because now we got a very mobile quarterback that we haven't played yet.
Mm-hmm.
Like a mobile quarterback, because Tua's not mobile, right? He's not really the one. He kind of stays in the pocket. And if guys aren't coming back, like Oliver, Phillips, other guys like our corners, like it could get messy. Like honestly, we got to get healthy, Mikey. Like we just have to. We got big games coming up. Like I said, Baltimore's not an easy opponent. Pittsburgh always brings defense, even though their offense isn't playing too well. They're still going to bring the defense against us.
And then we got Kansas City, a bye week, and then Green Bay.
Right, at home. So, got to get healthy. And if we're not, Bean has to get on the phone, call some free agents, bring some guys in here now. I would do it now. Get him in there now. Get get used to the playbook.
That many guys. Whatever. Like you look at our inactives, and most of them were starters.
Bro, it's wild, bro. I had no idea that Mitch Morris, last minute scratch, Jordan Poyer, last minute scratch. I'm like, what the hell's going on here, bro? I was just staying by my phone. I was ready to text you I was just waiting for a new injury to pop up.
I texted you last night that Poyer was going to play.
Yeah, I know, but it wasn't official until today. Yeah, so I was kind of crossing my fingers.
Morris was the one that
out of the blue.
Losing our captain at center was a big loss.
Bro. Big loss, man. Let's just get back on track. So guys, we'll be back tomorrow, Monday night. I'm thinking, Mikey, we're going to go on a little earlier than usual. I know it's a Monday night football game, but I'm thinking, what are you thinking, Mikey? 10 or 11? What do you want? What do you feel comfortable with?
Let's see how it plays.
All right, so I'll schedule.
If it's a really good game, people aren't going to miss it.
So that's what I'll do. I'll schedule for 11 guys tomorrow, regardless.
Mm-hmm.
If it's a bad game,
I'll
tweet it out. Yeah, and we'll hop on a little earlier than usual. But anyways, I think that's it for today.
Robert, I'm with you, buddy.
Yeah. congratulations, Dolphins. You know what I mean? I'm just here to we're not here giving excuses, man. We're just here telling it how it is, how the game went, man. So not at all.
If you've seen anything of this,
yeah, bro, you clearly don't watch my channel.
We're not hating. Congratulations to,
Yeah, you clearly don't watch the channel.
Dolphins. That defense, man, that defense.
But don't,
really
good. But don't act like you blew us out of the water either, bud. Yeah, I mean, I know you're feeling good now, but go look at the team stats. Go look at the overall game. That was a good game, but you guys didn't you didn't roll over us. You know what I mean? You didn't blow us out the water. Anyways, but good game, good. Hey, it is what it is. But anyways, guys, we are out of here, man. I appreciate you guys coming on today. Catch you tomorrow. Peace out. Go Bills. Go Mafia #1. Peace.